Hi guys, and welcome to Abe Jin's Sketchup workshop. In today's episode we're going to make a medieval cart. So it's going to be a wooden cart with two wheels and a complete wood construction. So I'm going to try to keep it simple and, well, hopefully useful. So the first thing that I would like to create, or the first part, would definitely, I would like to begin with the wheels. So creating two little circles, deleting one, and voila. So we got our circular shape. We're going to color that in a moment. So I'm just going to use this wooden color, right click, texture position, reducing the size of the texture. It can be a neat little detail sometimes. Okay guys, so hop and now we're going to use this texture, the seamed metal, and we're going to put it on the outside, and we're going to rim it a little bit with the same seamed metal for a teeny tiny bit of extra detail. Now you're asking yourself, what about the other side? Well, that's easily fixed. We create this as a group, we copy it, we scale it the other way, which is going to be tougher than I imagined. Okay, and yeah, there we go. Now we have the wheel. So it's a good idea to just explode this, find the center, close it off, and there we go. So, well, the outside part of the wheel is done and done. But now comes the inside part. So, the spokes. Creating a circle around here, we have a chance to create this. Now, let's see. Now we're going to just reduce the geometry of this a little bit. Going to try to do this. Okay, this was a bit clumsy. Poof. Never mind. I missed some of my plugins because I just switched to Windows 10, so I'll have a lot to do there. But let's just go with this shape. It's going to work out. Okay, and we're going to make it wood, just like, pardon me, just like the outside. And voila. Now we're just going to stretch it a little bit. And up to this point, and the lower point up to this. Perfect. Okay, now comes the fancy pen. So now comes the fancy part. We just drag these little squares here, and we drag them out. Oops, forgot this little bad boy here. They do not have to be perfect, but they're gonna do the job. There we go. And now you could, of course, adjust the texture a little bit. It's going to help the believability of the whole model. It's just going to look neat, and you'll have paid attention. People love that. So you just repeat this for at least these parts here, so you can select them. And when you select all of these, you can paint them in the correct texture. And that's it. And just this part more. So I am admittedly I'm detailing here, especially for what I want to use the model for, but never mind that, it's working. Okay, so after fiddling around a little bit, sometimes I'm a little bit sad that I do not edit these videos at all, so I'm just doing these on the top of my head which makes some of my commentary a bit silly, but hey, who cares? We are here for the fun. So let's make these pegs out of metal. Okay, this bad boy is heavy metal as of this moment. Now, once these pegs were crafted, we're going to copy at least one of them, paste it here. Okay, just put it down there. It's going to be a nice little resource, and we're going to copy this beam. So this is going to be our special friend. We're going to turn it into a little group, and we're going to use that group, resize it, and well, do whatever is necessary to bring about a believable cart, a medieval cart. So we're just going to extend it a little bit, copy it here at this point, group them together, turn the wheel up, so here this peg isn't touching the surface, and there we go. Now we are in business. So the first surface, so the pardon me, we're not yet even close to a surface, but the wheels are done. So now we are pulling in a few other nice things. So we're going to create a frame. So the frame is going to be the easy part, because we're just rehashing what we already have. So this and this bad boy, you know, sometimes you should switch them up a little bit for variety's sake. Okay, it's gonna take a while to adjust these perfectly. There we go. Excellent. Now a little bit of medieval imperfections here and there. So this is our frame. Now the good part, or the good thing with the frame, is that we can extend it, which we're going to do, and we're going to put it right here. Okay, as you can see, the frame is fitting nicely, and these wheels are a bit big, so this frame can be extended quite a bit and moved to the middle. Now we're going to make this into a component. We're going to call it flatbed. Now, because I would like to edit this component here. So we're going to take these two, copy them, edit the component, and oopsie, pardon me. So we're gonna edit the component with these. So now we have two different textures for our floor, which is great. Now I just need to adjust them a little bit to make them better. Okay, we're not gonna touch them now. Okay, we're going to select these, and I'm frankly going to try to adjust the texture a little bit. Okay, very nice. So let's make these a bit thicker. Turn them into a group, well, two groups, separate groups, and reduce their size until they fit the size of the cart. And there we go. Now we just switch them up a little bit. For example, this one will be kinda broken in half. So adding a bit more detail to the whole thing. There we go. And voila, I think the flatbed is complete. Now let's add a few more details. We're going to edit the component, copy this over here. Ooh wee. Now we're going to align these diagonally next to one another, and we're going to give this bad boy one of these. So there are a few of these missing here and there. I'm gonna find them and add them. Okay, and now we're going to talk a little bit about variation. So for our first card, it's going to have this sort of sides. Right. I'm not really sure how to call this. I'm not an expert on medieval card terminology, but we're just going to make them look like this. So turning it into a group, and voila, we got ourselves a little card. Okay, this could have been copied better. Alright, well, this card is already looking fantastic. So we just need one more little detail. So certainly some animal might have been pulling this cart at some point. Now again, I'm not an expert in cart anatomy, so we're just going to, you know, we're just going to play a little bit with reality. I've seen cards worse than this one, or at least, I mean, less believable ones. They were certainly pretty ones. Okay. So aha, perfect. And just adjusting this little piece, putting it in the middle, pardon me. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just rotate all of this and firstly put it here and then push it down there. Ta-da! So this wasn't really needed so far. So here we have our cart. So I'm just going to add a few of these details, though they're not necessary. Okay, we're going to put this here and we're going to fix it up. Okay, now a few more adjustments because I want to do a render here, and of course these wheels are going to be handled as well. We're going to give this one, this seamed metal, just a little bit of shine, steel, SketchUp. But this is okay. We're just gonna keep this shininess. And voila, the cart is ready. Now we just need to scale it in order to fit it into the scene. And I also noticed that these wheels could be standing a bit farther apart. It doesn't hurt them one little bit. So where shall we place you, Mr. Cart? Oh, by the little pond. How neat. So this cart is going to go here. I'm just going to put this away, and all of these little details are going away because they could harm our scene. Mhm. And a little bit more skewing here, and I think this is, well, not completely it, but it does the job quite well. So let's increase the size of the cart one more time. Wow, this looks great. So we're gonna put it here. Great. And I really like the look of this. So let's just give it a larger size so that it's a bit more prominent. And yeah, let's render this scene. Okay. So I hope this is going to go fast. Again, I am winging it. Pardon me. Ah, there we go. So now this is the part where we can play some relaxing music while we wait for the render to finish. Yeah, and that's it. And that's our little medieval cart right there in the field, you know, parked next to a small pond. Beautiful rural image. Well, I think so. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that this tutorial was kinda neat and useful to you. So again, I hope you enjoyed. So if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Subscribe for more such models, especially medieval ones. So again, thank you very much and take care.